This is the history of money.
Before money, the barter system. Imagine a world without money. It's hard to fathom, isn't it? A world where coins, bills, and digital transactions don't exist. But for millennia, that was the reality. People lived in societies where money was not yet invented. As I extensively covered in the previous video in this series, people relied on a system called barter to get what they needed. This system was the backbone of early economies. Barter is simply the direct exchange of goods or services. It's a straightforward concept. You have something I want and I have something you want. We negotiate and agree on a fair trade. Once we agree, the deal is done. No money changes hands, just goods or services. Bartering sounds straightforward enough, but it had its limitations. It wasn't always easy to find someone who wanted what you had and had what you wanted. Imagine trying to trade a cow for a loaf of bread. The baker might not need a whole cow or might not have enough bread to match the cow's value. It's unlikely the baker needs a whole cow. This mismatch in needs and values was a common issue. This problem of finding a suitable exchange was a major drawback of the barter system. It made transactions cumbersome and time-consuming. It restricted trade and made it difficult for economies to grow. The inefficiency of barter limited the scale and scope of trade. Furthermore, not all goods are equally durable or divisible. Some items could spoil or degrade over time, making them less reliable for trade. A farmer might want to trade a portion of his grain harvest for a new tool, but how do you divide a live goat into smaller units of value? This lack of divisibility was a significant hurdle. These challenges highlighted the need for a more flexible and standardized system of exchange. The limitations of barter paved the way for the invention of money, which revolutionized trade and economies. The need for a common currency. As societies grew larger and more complex, so did their economic needs. The limitations of barter became increasingly apparent. A standardized form of money was needed, something that was durable. It needed to withstand the test of time and use, portable. It had to be easily carried and exchanged, divisible. It needed to be divided into smaller units for smaller transactions, and recognizable. People had to be confident in its value and authenticity. This common currency would revolutionize trade and lay the foundation for the economic systems we know today. It would need to be something universally accepted as a store of value. Early forms of money, from cattle to cowrie shells. Before the invention of coins, various objects served as money in different parts of the world. These objects varied greatly depending on the region and the resources available. These early forms of currency reflected the resources and values of those societies. They were often items that held intrinsic value or were widely accepted within the community. In many cultures, livestock, particularly cattle, became a common form of currency. This was because cattle were not only a source of wealth, but also a symbol of status and prosperity. Cattle were valuable assets providing food, milk, and labor. They were essential for agricultural societies, making them a practical and valuable form of money. Other societies adopted different forms of money. These could include items like grains, beads, or even specific types of stones. In ancient China, knives and spades, tools essential for agriculture, were used as currency. These tools were not only practical, but also represented the agricultural foundation of Chinese society. Cowrie shells, prized for their beauty and durability, became a widespread form of money across Africa, Asia, and parts of Europe. Their unique appearance made them easily recognizable and difficult to counterfeit. However, these early forms of money still presented challenges. They were not always practical for large transactions or long-distance trade. Livestock could be difficult to transport and prone to disease. This made them less reliable for trade over long distances or in times of crisis. Shells and tools could be fragile or easily counterfeited. This posed significant risks for those relying on them for trade and savings. The world was ready for a more practical and secure form of currency. This need eventually led to the development of coins and later paper money, which revolutionized trade and economic systems globally. The birth of coins in Lydia. The kingdom of Lydia, located in present-day Turkey, played a pivotal role in the history of money. Around 600 BCE, the Lydians introduced the world's first coin. This innovation marked a turning point in economic history. Before this, the Lydians, like many other civilizations, had been using lumps of electrum, a naturally occurring alloy of gold and silver, as a medium of exchange. However, these lumps varied in size and purity, making trade cumbersome. The Lydian king, Alyattes, is credited with standardizing the weight and purity of electrum, creating the first true coins. Electrum was an ideal choice for these early coins, as it was naturally occurring and required minimal processing. Its natural blend of gold and silver gave it inherent value, making it both precious and practical for trade. The Lydians stamped their coins with official seals, typically depicting animals or mythological creatures, which were significant in their culture. These stamps served several purposes, beyond just decoration. Firstly, they guaranteed the weight and purity of the metal, ensuring a fair exchange and building trust among traders. Secondly, they acted as a form of branding, associating the coins with the authority and legitimacy of the Lydian state, which was crucial for maintaining economic stability. The invention of coinage was a stroke of genius, revolutionizing the way transactions were conducted. It solved many of the problems associated with earlier forms of money, such as the inconsistency in value and difficulty in transport. Coins were durable, portable, divisible, and most importantly, their standardized weight and markings made them trustworthy, facilitating smoother trade. This invention would soon spread beyond Lydia's borders, transforming the economies of the ancient world and laying the foundation for modern monetary systems. The adoption of coinage spread rapidly from Lydia to neighboring Greek city-states. The Greeks quickly recognized the advantages of this new form of currency. They began minting their own coins, often depicting images of their gods, goddesses, and symbols of their city-states. From Greece, coinage traveled eastward with the conquests of Alexander the Great, reaching Persia and India. The Romans, known for their pragmatism and organization, adopted and refined the Greek system of coinage, spreading it throughout their vast empire. In China, coinage developed independently, with cast bronze coins appearing around the 4th century BCE. These early Chinese coins often had holes in the center, allowing them to be strung together for easy transport and storage. The widespread adoption of coinage had a profound impact on the ancient world. Trade flourished as merchants and consumers no longer had to rely on barter or cumbersome forms of money. Coins facilitated long-distance trade, connecting distant regions and fostering economic growth. The standardization of currency also allowed governments to collect taxes more efficiently, providing them with the resources to fund armies, public works, and the expansion of their empires. Coins became symbols of power and legitimacy, showcasing the wealth and authority of the states that issued them. The faces of emperors and kings, the symbols of their reign, were literally pressed into the hands of their subjects, reinforcing their authority and influence. Coins were more than just a means of exchange. They were also powerful tools of propaganda and communication. Rulers quickly realized that the images and inscriptions on coins could convey messages to their people and project an image of power and legitimacy. Roman emperors, for example, used coinage to commemorate their military victories, publicize their achievements, and promote their image as strong and benevolent leaders. The imagery on coins often depicted gods and goddesses associated with the empire, reinforcing religious beliefs and cultural values. Coins served as miniature works of art, reflecting the artistic styles and cultural motifs of the time. They offer us a glimpse into the past, revealing the stories, beliefs, and values of the civilizations that produced them. The study of coins, known as numismatics, is a fascinating field that combines history, art, and archaeology. Numismatists analyze coins to learn about the past, piecing together fragments of information to reconstruct ancient economies, trade routes, and political systems. Coins can tell us about the materials used in ancient times, the technologies available for metalworking, and the artistic techniques employed in their design. They can also reveal details about the lives of rulers, the events they commemorated, and the messages they wanted to convey to their people. Through the meticulous study of coins, we gain a deeper understanding of the past, connecting with the lives and legacies of those who came before us. In today's digital age, where virtual transactions and cryptocurrencies are becoming increasingly prevalent, one might assume that physical coins are becoming obsolete. However, coins continue to circulate alongside their digital counterparts, serving as a tangible link to the history of money. While the way we use and perceive money has evolved, the fundamental principles of coinage, portability, divisibility, durability, and recognizability remain as relevant as ever. These principles have transcended physical form, shaping the design and functionality of modern digital currencies. The journey of money, from the earliest forms of barter to the invention of coinage and the rise of digital currencies, is a testament to human ingenuity and our constant quest for efficient and secure means of exchange. Coins, once a revolutionary innovation, continue to hold historical, cultural, and economic significance. They remind us of the interconnectedness of civilizations throughout history and the enduring power of human innovation. As we navigate the evolving landscape of finance in the 21st century, the lessons learned from the fascinating history of coinage continue to guide our understanding of money and its role in shaping our world.